This is the speaking test of International English Language Testing System taking place on Thursday, the 31st of October at Bilingual Learning Center. Center number BLC 367. The candidate is Junaid Ahmed and the candidate number is 004659. The examiner is Jahid Mahmood Hushan and the examiner number is 596321. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Could I have your full name, please?
Sir, I go by the name Junaid Ahmed. You can call me by Junaid.
So, where are you from, Junaid?
Sir, I am from Bogura. It's famously known as the capital of northern Bengal, and it's famous for its traditional and cultural heritage.
So, can I see your identification?
Sure, please.
Thank you. Now, in this first part, I would like to ask you some questions about yourself. So, let's talk about study. What are you studying?
Sir, recently I have finished my higher secondary education. Right now, I am trying to pursue my higher studies.
So, what is the most difficult part of your study?
So during my entire academic life, I found biology a bit difficult for me.
So, what do you like most about your school?
So there are many factors of my school which I love about, but certainly the most important thing will be that the teachers are very cooperative. They always try to help their students.
Okay, do you prefer to study in the morning or in the evening?
Sir, I try to study in the morning because after waking up early in the morning, I remain very fresh and calm, and the things which are difficult for me, I can easily make them easier for me during morning time.
What technology do you use in your study?
Sir, over the entire academic course of my life, I use different technologies, but recently the most important one, which had a great impact on my academic journey, would surely be ChatGPT.
Let's talk about hot beverage. So, what do you prefer, tea or coffee?
Sir, I generally try to have coffee because its aroma is much more appetizing for me, and there are different versions of it which you can try depending on my mood.
Do you prefer tea or coffee to serve your guest?
I tend to use both of them depending on the situation, but most often I try to serve coffee to my guests.
Okay. So, when was the last time you took a cup of coffee with your friend?
Last week, we some of our friends gathered together in our hometown, and we went to a cafe and had some time with them and ordered coffee.
So, do you usually buy your coffee in a coffee shop?
So whenever we are outside our home, we generally tend to go to a cafe. But when we spend time with our friends or our family at home, we make it ourselves.
Now, let's move on outer space. Do you like to travel by air?
So can you please repeat the question?
Do you love plane journey?
Sir, I love plane journey because it has much greater scope and facilities, the services and the punctuality, and it's much more convenient and fast.
So, would you like to travel into outer space?
Sir, if I get such an opportunity, I would surely go for it because only a few lucky people had the opportunity to travel to outer space.
So, do you think it's necessary to see all other planets?
Sir, I think humans should explore other planets as a backup so that if an apocalypse comes to the world, the human civilization could be saved.
Now, let's move on advertising. So, what kinds of advertisements do you watch?
Sir, as I spend most of my time indulging in digital devices such as laptops or mobile phones, so I generally tend to watch the social media marketings.
So, where can we see advertisement?
Sir, the different type of products which should be sell can be marketed in social medias like Facebook and it's the most common marketing place at present.
Okay, so have you bought anything by watching its advertisement?
So recently I have bought a trimmer which I watched in Facebook, and I tend to find it well fit for my purpose, so I checked the reviews and ordered it.
So why the ratio of advertising is increasing day by day?
Sir, I think there are several factors behind it, but the most important ones will be that the businesses are growing both in the physical and the virtual worlds. And as the businesses are growing, people are trying to improve their sales, and marketing have a huge impact on sales. So that's why people are focusing more on marketing.
Do you want to work in advertising in the future?
Sir, if I get such a lucrative opportunity to work for a brand endorsement, like celebrities, I would surely try to go for it.
Thank you. Now I'm going to give you topics and I would like you to talk about 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. If you want, you can take notes. This is your paper, pencil, and questions. Describe a movie you watched recently that you felt disappointed about. Your time starts from now. And now we have 1 to 2 minutes for this topic, so don't worry if I stop you. I will let you know when the time's up. So could you start speaking right now, please?
Sure, sir. Sir, the movie which I have recently watched and I felt disappointed about would surely be Thor: Love and Thunder. It's the fourth sequel of the original franchise of Thor movie, and I watched it after my exams ended because I had plenty of free time, and I wanted to spend my time watching the movies which I wanted to. So last week I decided that I should watch it because in this movie one of my favorite stars, Chris Hemsworth, has take the main lead, and as the three parts of the franchise have been great, and the entire movie was a blockbuster. But I never thought that the fourth one would disappoint me. So I started watching last week, and uh, from the very beginning it felt disturbing because the acting wasn't good, and the CGI and the VFX wasn't that level of the Marvel. uh, and we all know that Marvel is famous for its plot and its CGI. If we look for the earlier movies, we watched it because of its excellent CGI, which seemed to be very realistic. But I think even having a great budget, the directors they didn't focus much on the CGI, so it looked a bit cartoonistic than being realistic. So I found it very disturbing as the Marvel was losing its legacy, and such a great star, Chris Hemsworth. Uh, they all tried to do well, but at the end of the day, I think the new director didn't do his part. So I hope that the future parts will do better. And if I talk about the other Marvel movies, they were fine, but this one will be the worst in my recent watch list.
Thank you. Could I have the paper and pencil back, please? Well, you have been talking about your favorite movie. Now I'm going to ask you some questions that are related to these topics. So, what movies do people of your country like to watch?
Sir, different people try to watch different movies based on their likings, but most of the young generation they try to watch movies from Hollywood or some from the Bollywood.
Do you think films with famous actresses or actors are popular?
Sir, casting a famous actor in a movie have a great impact in marketing and in the first week of theater. But if the plot isn't good and the uh, VFX isn't that well, after the first week, people realize that it won't be that good to watch on a vacation.
So why the popularity of Japanese animated movie is increasing day by day?
Sir, I think the most important thing about Japanese animation is the plot. They have excellent story writing and storytelling ability, and the way they describe the plot and it builds up characters in the story. It's great, and that's why I think among all other animations, the Japanese animations, popularly known as animes, are increasing.
So should famous actors be given extra payment?
Sir, can you please repeat the question again?
Okay, do you think the famous actors should be given extra money for their acting?
Sir, I think the famous actors are already taking much from the budget, and if they take more, then the allocations for other parts of the film will get less, and it will have a bad impact on the film. So I think it shouldn't be increased.
What are some key elements that make a movie memorable and impactful?
Sir, I think first of all, the casting should be good. A reliable director should be given the duty to direct, and the plot should be well. We should take good story writers so that the dialogue delivery is well maintained. And especially at present movies, we should mainly focus on VFX, and CGI so that it doesn't look cartoonistic.
Thank you. That is the end of your speaking test.
Bilingual Learning Center, BLC, Bogura.